Hey guys, and welcome to my first video back in 3 months. So I've kind of been doubting myself lately on whether my videos are really good enough, but the people that care about me most have convinced me that it's the football that I talk about, not the editing and the special parts that make my channel special. So I want to thank all those people who have done that for me. I really appreciate it. And so, enough of the mushy stuff now. Let's get on with the video. So, the match that I'm previewing is Manchester City versus Arsenal. And this title showdown is really important for both teams, as Chelsea have gone 9, yeah, you heard me clearly, 9 points clear at the top of the table with their win today against Crystal Palace. So, Chelsea look like they won't be caught. They've won, they've won 11 games in a row. So, 11, that takes some doing. So, at this point, yeah, Chelsea are the favorites for the title. And they have a good right to be favorites for the title. But, it's a long season. We have until May, so anything can happen. Right, so Man City won their last game against Watford 2-0. And David Silva was amongst the goals, which was kind of a surprise. And Arsenal lost 2-1 in the week to Everton. Now, I have my doubts about both of these teams. Man City, my doubts about them is that the game that Pep Guardiola is trying to get them to play it's not working out. Passing too much, doing things like John Stones especially, when you should just clear the ball. Arsenal have been guilty of that as well, but not as much as Man City. It's too much. There's a time in football when you just have to clear the ball. When I look at them, I'm just like, people, clear the ball. It's football, not ballet. You just gotta, clear it, and you gotta be dirty sometimes. As for Arsenal have been guilty of that as well, but mostly in the attacking areas, overplaying things, not shooting enough. To be fair, Arsenal have been very clinical this season, but there are matches when you still remember that they are like that sometimes, and it's really frustrating watching them because Arsenal are a really good team, but they just never ever seem to get things right at the right time, pass the ball, the final ball, But when it works, Arsenal are a really good team. So, let's go to the battles now, and the main battles in this game are definitely in midfield and attack. Defensively, both of these teams aren't brilliant, So I'm just gonna leave defense, and I'm not gonna compare the goalkeepers because there's one goalkeeper that is significantly better than the other, and he plays for Arsenal, and his name is Petr Cech. So I'm not gonna go there. I'm just gonna go into midfield and attack. Right. So there's 2 battles in midfield, and there's 1 battle in attack. The first battle in midfield is David Silva versus Mesut Ozil. It's the battle of these number 10s who are very similar in style, but they can both go missing in the big games. It's now to see who will step up to the plate and influence their team to a much needed victory. So 3 years ago, David Silva was the best attacking midfielder in the Premier League and one of the best in Europe. But he's kind of declined since then. So, he's kind of declined since then, and Mesut Ozil has risen. In Mesut Ozil's first season in the Premier League, he was really, really disappointing. His second season and a half, he was alright. Last season, he was sublime. this season sublime as well, you know. So, but still, on his day, David Silva is still one of the best, and so is Mesut Ozil. So this will be an interesting battle. Right, the second midfield battle is Granit Xhaka versus Kevin De Bruyne. Now, Kevin De Bruyne, brilliant player, brilliant midfielder, gets up for the big games. You know, you can't really fault anything about him. But if there's one thing I can fault about him this season, it was that game against Chelsea when he missed the open goal. Dang. Granit Xhaka, he has his faults too. He doesn't have good defensive qualities. No, not defensive, sorry. He doesn't have good disciplinary qualities, but he's improved slightly. But that red card against Swansea in October still proves that he's got some work to do. Right, the final battle is in attack, and it's Kelechi Iheanacho versus Alexis Sanchez. Well, Kelechi Iheanacho is one of the most prolific strikers I've ever seen in world football. Seriously, every time I see him play, he seems to score. You know, and even though he's a young lad, he's got that clinical edge about him, which I really like. And plus, he's my countrymate, so. But Alexis Sanchez has been a cut above this season. 12 goals, 5 assists. I mean, that decision by Wenger to turn him into a striker was a masterstroke, and I really commend him for that. And I think in this whole battles, I just think that Man City edge it 2-1, just. But you know, I think that this game is going to be a draw, 1-1 or 2-2. So I hope that it will be an entertaining game, and I also hope that you've enjoyed my video. I hope you subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed my video, and thanks for watching, and please subscribe if I've not already said that. Bye bye.